back to me. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. You won't bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, is enough, is enough. Enough is enough. Is taking their sides, careless and night, plus and minus their divide. I'm seeing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Queen of the Indies Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host, as always, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany. And today, this has been one that I know you've been asking for. So welcome, my good friend Mark Bassler. How are ya?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited that we could actually do this podcast. Like I said, it's been a while. I know you wanted this. We talked about this a couple of months ago, I think it was. So here we are. So a lot of
Time. It's been a long time coming.
no, a lot of behind the scenes. We finally got a little behind the scenes in the wrestling community, which is great. So guys, if you're new here to the Under the Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, promoters, backstage referees, and now we got videographer back here pretty much. So changing it up a little bit on the game here. So guys, if you got questions for Mark, please feel free, drop them into the chat. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions, right? Or you're just gonna sit here and give me the finger the entire
Yes, that's exactly what I'll do.
just
You ask questions like, "Hey, Mark, how long have you been doing this for?"
I think we're just gonna start off with that pretty much here on the podcast. So, if you follow me before, so I like to do also indie talks episodes here, which a lot of times I'll be backstage at shows, and there's a clip and I posted it for his birthday that I started doing a little backstage, video, and me and Zach were hanging out and. You noticed that we were filming, and you gave us the fingers.
Okay,
so we need an explanation because I'm not
Okay.
the only person that has told me that you like going around giving the fingers to.
Oh, is that so? Okay, well, it's a really stupid explanation and everything. But the truth is, the moment it started happening, I was trying to set up my equipment and everything. I thought that you guys were taking a picture of me, and I had no idea that you were actually filming me, and all the wrestlers and everything to just give the middle fingers on social media and everything. So I thought I might as well just join in and just have fun with it. I had no idea that you were actually filming me, so that's pretty embarrassing to say.
I get people good sometimes because they see camera, right? Like the professional camera, and automatically people are thinking oh, she's just taking a bit. No.
We're crying out loud. I'm the one that usually holds the camera, and so I wouldn't be surprised if people were giving me the middle finger for me holding the camera.
I think that's gonna have to be the thing now. Everybody's gonna at shows. They're gonna have to come up to you and just give you the finger.
Yep, I'm afraid that's gonna have to be my thing now.
I love it. All right, so Let me give some love in this chat. Ed's in the chat. He says, let's go. Zach Minger's in the chat. He goes, National TV Dinner Day. Ooh. Did you have a TV dinner today?
I did not. No.
Did you like TV dinners at one point?
Did I what?
Did you like TV dinners at one point? Like the microwavable dinners?
I guess I enjoy them pretty well. I mean, nothing better than like, being just having like cooked meals and everything. Like instead of just, I mean, microwave is, it's a lot easier. It's like preheated, is like it's all ready to go and everything. But no, I like it. I like it.
Any particular one? Since
We're getting
deep. We're getting real. We're getting the real questions out here.
Microwaved dinners. I honestly, I don't really have a personal favorite. I will say, if I'm in the mood for like a good mashed potatoes, like I always get like a good box of mashed potatoes that's already like made. All you have to do is like heat it up in the microwave, and it's really good. Like my family and I, we get it at like Stop and Shop and Shaw's, and instead of just like cooking the mashed potatoes for a while, you just have it with you and just heat it in the microwave, and it's good to go.
There you go. There you go.
So not necessarily a huge dinner or anything. Like I just like cooking things like on the stove and oven and all that stuff, but not really microwave.
Yes, we're talking food on this podcast. It wouldn't be a podcast without food. And I see Good Cop Back Up in the chat. So he said, he goes, where is it? He says, we're on food questions already. Yeah, listen, because I get yelled at on this podcast if I don't get these food questions in,
You're gonna get in trouble, huh?
I get yelled at pretty much here. So, but I'm a lot older than you, so like I remember like coming home from school, and then like I don't remember the brand, but I remember it was like a chicken, a mashed potato, and then corn, and then it had like the little brownie in like a little corner of the meals or whatever. I don't know if they still make that, but I remember eating those things.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
It's disgusting.
I might have some chicken or like whatever after we're done with this whole thing.
I can't. All right, more love in the chat. Max is in the chat. She goes, "Hi, Mark. Hi, Tiffy."
Nope.
And then we got other Zach in the chat. He goes, "Hi, friends." He said he got heat without having heat, and he's giving you the finger too, by the way. See?
Yeah, I know. It's coming back now. I deserve it. Person the finger. Now it's all going to come back to me. So.
See, we're putting you on the spot here. You sure you wanted to do this podcast with me?
I'm kind of regretting this now.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding.
Damn, look at all the love.
Having too much fun.
Zach says 2 seconds in and we're already talking food. Yep, there you go.
She's making me hungry, y'all. She's making me real hungry.
That happens on this podcast very much. So, Dave's in the chat. He goes, "I remember having beef rice when I cooked the ham steak." All right, cool. And then Ed says, "A chicken as opposed to multiple chickens." Damn, we really got in here.
Jeez. I'll be food questions from here on out. Jesus.
Zach says, he goes, "Girl, did you just describe the kid cuisine?" No, well, I said when I was younger. This was many moons ago, pretty much. All right, anyway. Crystal's in the chat. She's sending hearts. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hearts right back.
There you go. We like all the love here. So Ed says 10 minutes in and Mark is regretting his life choice. Is this a wrestling podcast? I'm not sure anymore.
Is this a wrestling podcast or a fucking food podcast? Like, what is this?
We're changing it. We rebranded already. We're going to rebrand again. Let's see. All right. So let's start. Let's learn a little bit about you. Talk about how you got into camera work itself as a whole before we get into the whole, converting over into wrestling.
Yeah, sure. So I started getting into film when I was in college. I went in because the thing is, I started college in 2018, and I didn't know what I was going to do for a college major. I was honestly going to go as undecided. Like, I was literally like fresh out of high school. I had no idea like what I wanted to do for a career and like just basically what I wanted to do. So my parents insisted that I should try, since you like you like computers and you like TV and you like all this stuff, why don't you go do something with communications and see if there's you want to do like behind the scenes stuff of how shows are made. So I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give it a shot. And I went in for communications and I graduated with a bachelor's degree 4 years later. And yeah, to this day, I have no regrets doing filming. I did a lot of fun school projects, an after school club. Because I went to Dean College in Franklin, Massachusetts, and we had this after school club called Dean News Network, and we had like this whole studio where you could be in front of the camera, on the camera, doing the teleprompter, being a director, like all that stuff. And so I got to do my own little. I don't know if I ever told you about this, but I actually got to do my own little segment show called World Wrestling Review, where I
Wow.
actually got to review. I got to review like Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, AEW, like all that stuff. It didn't last for too long because I just started I was doing it when I was a junior, I believe, right when we came back to school after the pandemic and everything. Like no, it actually happened a little bit during the pandemic, and then we went into the studio. But yeah, I was doing a lot of reviews for wrestling, which was a lot of fun. And then as soon as I got out of college, I realized, I started watching wrestling like when I was 18, actually. So I'm not one of those like diehard, wrestling fans that watch when I was like, 5 years old. I started watching really late, but then I'm like, since I like communication, since I like filming and I like wrestling, why don't I try doing filming for wrestling? And it's where it's gotten me today.
Wow, look at that. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
wild. So he's here. He's ready. He's like all ready for this podcast, pretty much. So he's giving reviews and everything. Love that. Good cop, bad cop messaged me because his question keeps getting blocked in the chat. So he said, "Does Mark pull the lid back on a microwave wheel or stab it with a fork to vent it so it looks like Moxley after a death match?"
I stabbed that thing. I stabbed that thing with a fork through it to make it look like Moxley's like bleeding his brains out.
Oh my god.
I'm not ashamed to admit. I'll admit it all. I stabbed that thing.
Let me know in the chat. Is that what you guys do? Do you pull back or like tell me? Let me know. Like if you're watching this later, leave me some comments too. It's just
You see the instructions on these things, and like you say, like you have to peel the lid back. I'm like, hell no. I'm just gonna.
Zach also said this is about to be an hour of munchies and roasting Mark. Damn. He's like, I hate this wrestling
Yeah,
community
I
now
know.
after this podcast.
I know what I signed up for.
It's all good fun and love. So sometimes like, there's a lot of people out there that, maybe they want to get into wrestling, or maybe they don't want to be like a wrestler, but they want to get involved and maybe they do have a love for photography and videography and everything. What can you recommend, how they can get started and like maybe like a camera that you would like, introduce into the world?
Yeah, so it's kind of tough because like if you really want to get into wrestling like video, whether it's like wrestling videography or photography, it's always good to like reach out to promotions that are close, that are local in your area, and it's always good to like ask them through like social media. I mean, that's how I've gotten a lot of my the promotions that I got to work for. I got to like just uh, message them, on like Facebook, Instagram, like all that stuff. But to get started, it's really challenging. Definitely like going to college to really learn about these things is really important for this. Um, for camera, that's kind of tough. I think the first camera that I actually like started actually like held like which wasn't actually for video, it was actually for photography.
Mhm.
I think it was a Canon Rebel T7. I still have it with me to this day actually, just in case if I ever want to do like photography and stuff. But yeah, like get yourself something small, like that's not too expensive, like not a real like professional camera, because you want to save your money if you want to start doing this like as a career or something. Like just get something small, like for like like what you would do for vlogging and all that stuff, just for YouTube. But yeah, get a small camera and like not too expensive, and just try to get some experience. Definitely try to help. get some help from people who are familiar with this, and they can give you a lot of good advice for it. I mean, I know for a fact that I've been given a lot of advice from photographers and production guys who have done this way longer than I have. It's always good to like just listen for advice.
Definitely. I mean, you guys are great. Like, even like the photographers out there too. Like, I've had a few on this podcast that just do photos of, working shows, or they do the promo shots. And like, even like I've reached out too, so I can do my stuff for my Indie Talks episode. Like, I love my Nikon. It is so crisp, so everybody's got preference. But like, I definitely save for that because they're not cheap. So, but
Yeah. Icons are really useful. I don't know. I don't remember if I ever I don't know if I used one before, but they are definitely useful.
yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It works for me for the pod. They come out great. I mean, even like a phone. The iPhones have great videos. Sometimes I get really good stuff just from the iPhone. So
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using your iPhone just for a start. Like again, whether it's for photography or videography, just film random things that you enjoy doing, like going on trips or whatever. Like just use your phone. Like just start fresh. Start slow as well.
love that. Definitely love that. All right, let me see what else is going on in the chat. Good Cop, Bad Cop said, Mark was in high school during the pandemic. My brain cannot get in the mind about applying that to adults.
I didn't. I was not. I was not in high school when the pandemic started. I was in college when that happened.
We're old. Good Cop, Bad Cop. I'm just saying. So
I graduated high school back in like 2018, and 2020 is when the pandemic hit. So sadly, yeah, I had to do classes from home during my I think it was my spring semester of my sophomore year and my fall semester of my junior year, and then we finally got to go back for my spring semester in my junior year.
look at that.
But it was actually kind of cool because with the video production courses that I took, it kind of like gave us like a little bit more of a creative mind of filming things, like filming your own projects at home, like doing the things that you normally do at home, and just going out and exploring and just coming up with creative ideas. Like being home, it's kind of a blessing in disguise that we kind of like went in, that we were doing online classes.
Yeah, now like today, like I hear people like taking online classes a lot more than what it was like back then, which is wild. I'd like to sit on the couch and take classes and not go. That would have been great back then. Like,
I know.
So
yeah, I was literally doing that back then. Like I remember like sitting on the couch just like listening to classes and
man,
just coming up with ideas. It's good. It's good that you're really enclosing yourself, and when you're like by yourself and like you're just alone with your thoughts and coming up with ideas. That's the best way I usually come up with ideas. That like you take the time for yourself. You really just like think long and hard and just think of cool ideas that you can bring, and it just clicks.
Yeah, love that. Definitely love that. Do you remember your first independent show that like you attended as a fan?
As a fan, I think yes. I forgot what the name of the promotion was. I think it was actually Northeast Championship Wrestling. I believe that's what it's called. Forgive me if I don't remember. But yeah, it was. I was actually there was an outdoor event actually at my old middle school for Kids Day during the summertime. There's always like a Kids Day carnival that takes place in the parking lot of my old middle school, and there happened to be an independent like wrestling show like happening in the grass field, and so I decided to just check it out, and it was awesome. It was only like a couple matches, but that was officially like the very first like wrestling show like ever like that I've ever been to, and it was sick. I still have a lot of the clips with me to this day.
Awesome. I love that. I love when you like go back and like, oh, I remember this, or like something like spoofs your memory back to like back then. You're like, oh, this is awesome. So
Yeah,
I love that.
Oh, man.
Too crazy. So, I mean, it's crazy. Like, you get to go to shows, you get to be a fan, you've met a bunch of us, you met me, like, just like being a fan. You're working at shows, you get to hang out with everybody. Like, talk to us about that of like, like working show, which we're going to break down. We're going to talk Fight Life. We're going to talk Chaotic, but just overall as a whole, like talk to us about just like meeting people, interacting with people like that you're like hang out with because you meet, because of independent wrestling.
It's insane. Like I get to meet like so many like incredible talents, and so many of them are like so friendly. They're so nice to me. They some of them come up to me specifically and say like, "Hey, are you the camera guy?" Like, okay, like something's gonna happen in this match. Like I need you to like really stay focused on this. I want you to like zoom in or zoom out when this happens. And just being able to communicate with these wrestlers that I watched, in the indies, or even like with the huge promotions as well. Like just being able to work with them and collab with them is just it's just a huge dream. Like they're all, like I said, they're all super nice. They are very strict on like what they want done, but it really is a lot of fun just hanging out with all these people and becoming friends with these guys. Like that's a huge thing. Like become just trying to put your name out there and being friends with all these people is incredible. I love it.
It's amazing. Like I said, like you don't even know who you're gonna be, right? This is like here I am. I live in New York. I start traveling up to like Massachusetts. I would like never met you guys if I would have just stayed in New York. It's wild. And now like right, like I'll come up, like I'll see you in Connecticut or I'll see you in Rhode Island. Like it's
That's
wild. It's just amazing, like how wrestling can bring us all together for something that we all love so much.
No, it's an amazing opportunity just to get people together, and like just and like I said, making friends, like whether that's with the wrestlers or whether that's with like other people like in backstage production, like like other videographers, other photographers, or ring announcers, commentary people, like or whoever, like even ring crew. Like you can be friends with all these guys and say that you have the same interest, you love wrestling, but this is your chance to talk about like other things that you enjoy doing, and seeing if you have in common with these guys.
Absolutely. Who's been like your favorite, like you behind the camera? Like who has been like your favorite to like work with, shoot with, any of that?
It's a good question. That's really really tough because usually for me, I'm not usually the type of person who has like favorites, like a lot of favorite things, because like there's just
Yeah.
so many good talents out there. Like it's incredible. But if I had to pick two people, if I had to pick a tie between these two people, these two would have to be like one of my all-time favorites of working with, and that's Alec Price and Mike Rossa. Like those two have been incredible. I love the gimmicks that they both have, and they're so incredible to work with and so talented. Like it's amazing.
Shout out to them. They're doing great stuff out there. Much love, much love. So, all right, let's talk about Frankie because like I'm so glad Fight Life is coming back. It's crazy. So let me put the flyer up here as we're talking about it. So Fight Life's coming back November 2nd in Rehoboth, Mass. I'm gonna try to come up for this show. I'm probably gonna come up with Jack Solomon, who is one of the commentary guys at ETU. So I don't really want to miss Frankie's first show back. We love him so much, and like you're his guy. Like he said it. It's like Mark's my guy. I got to do the stuff with like Mark and everything. So shout out to Frankie. We love you. We can't wait to see you soon. Can't wait to see Fight Life. So talk about Frankie. Talk about working Fight Life. Give us the goods.
So it's crazy because so I reached out to I first met Frankie on crazy enough on LinkedIn. Actually, I was looking up like different bookers because I was a senior in college, and I started like looking into different promotions that I wanted to work with when I was like done with when I was done with college. And Frankie he sent me a message saying he sent me a message back saying that he would like to have me for one of the chaotic shows. And they recently just got done at the time when I was texting him. They got done with their biggest show of the year for chaotic, which is Cold Fury. It's like their for those that don't know, it's like their WrestleMania for chaotic wrestling. And so they recently just had that, and there was a secret show that was taking place. I forgot where, but it was in Massachusetts. And he asked me like, do you want to come down and just do hard cam? You probably won't be doing ringside because you don't have the experience yet, but this will be a good chance, to get your foot in the door and like get your name out there. And you probably won't get paid for it because it's your very first time. And I said, look, that's okay. I just want to get the experience, and hopefully we can do, if you like what I do, like we can do more stuff in the future. And so I went there, and he was super chill. He was awesome. He put me on hard cam when the secret show started. I forgot what the name of the secret show was, but it was for a group of business workers, like entrepreneurs who were big wrestling fans. It's crazy to say, like, I never thought I would see like professional like businessmen in suits and ties, and they're attending a wrestling show. Like, I never thought I would see that happen. But yeah, I did that show, and he sent a message. He messaged me back saying that I did an awesome job, and he said, he invited me to do some chaotic shows, like doing hard cam. And yeah, I started doing hard cam with chaotic wrestling for I want to say like maybe like 5 months or 6 months. I don't know how long it's been, because they have a show like a show every month or two shows every month. But yeah, I mostly was doing hard cam, and then I slowly transitioned to ringside. I went back and forth a couple times, like with shows, see, just to show them like how good I can do and how steady my hands can be for ringside, because you have to have like steady hands in order to do ringside videography. But yeah, he loved what I was doing, and yeah, here we are today. I mean, the rest is pretty much history. I've just been doing almost every single chaotic show, and then Fight Life became a thing. He asked me if I could do I was there the very first day of Fight Life. Like, he asked me if I could do hard cam and everything, and I said sure, no problem. And then just like chaotic, I slowly, for Fight Life, I transferred from hard cam to ringside camera, and now I'm basically their Fight Life's main camera guy. Like, we had a couple like helpers here and there, but no, frankly, Frankie using me as the main camera guy for Fight Life. And yeah, like I said, the rest is history. I have no regrets at all to this day.
It's crazy. It's like, even me, like, like seeing the birth of like Fight Life and coming up to chaotic. JT Dunn was on this podcast, and then I finally, like, I didn't know so much about chaotic until like JT Dunn, and then I came up to chaotic, met Frankie, started coming to chaotic randomly and stuff, and then Frankie, the birth of Fight Life happened, and it's amazing to see. And I love that between like chaotic and Fight Life, like they go all over the place, right? So it's like chaotic's based out of Massachusetts, but they'll go up to like New Hampshire. Fight Life originated from Rhode Island, then it was like in Mass, then he comes to Connecticut. It's a crazy ride. Like,
I'm just so glad that I'm able to travel to all these amazing places, like all these cool venues that I've never been to before in New England. Because I wasn't traveling this much back then. Like before I was doing videography for wrestling, I didn't travel this much. Like, I enjoy like every place that I go to for wrestling. There's some venues that I'm not the biggest fan of, but there are some that are fantastic, and the people, the owners of the venues, they like what we do, and it's drawing people in. That's what's important. It draws more people in to come back to these venues, like not just for shows, but for customers, whether it's a restaurant or a beer company, or brewery, whatever it is. Like, more will come back, and that's what's great about. To me, that's what's great about having these wrestling shows in these places.
Yeah, it's cool, like, going to these shows and seeing, like, the workers be, like, very intrigued. Maybe they're not wrestling fans, and then, like, watching everything that's going on. It's an awe.
Oh, my God, we love you. We'd love to have you come back.
I see you climbing up on bars, setting up, going up top, setting up camera work and everything. It's crazy what you do.
Frankie has me do some really crazy shit for Fight Life. For when I was doing hard cam for, like, our very first one of like the first like four shows that we have ever done for Fight Life, at the very beginning, he would have me like climb up this like huge ladder to get to the top of this like top of the brewery, Line Sire Brewery, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally like had to go like backstage, climb up this like 16-foot like ladder, like literally climbing up to it, just with the tripod and the cameras like with me, hoping I don't die or fall off of it. I just like set it all up, but it's a great view for a hard cam. I'm just glad I'm not staying up there now.
See, this is why we do this.
I'm not good with heights. I'm telling you.
Oh God, we'll catch you. You got this bunch of wrestlers; they'll catch you. You know, like
Hope they do.
if Shannon Levangie can jump off top and fall into a bunch of wrestlers, you'll be
She has more
safe.
guts than I do. Honestly, I could never do what she does.
I know, it's crazy. Shout out to Shannon Levangie. Just glad that she's back and everything. So, but we do these interviews because a lot of people don't even realize like all the stuff that's entailed behind the scenes and everything like that. And that's why like I feel like having Mark on this podcast is very important, chatting wise, because it's not just the wrestlers. Everybody participates in this. So whether you have ring announcers, refs, camera guys, like there's so much going on that goes on before a show to set up. It's wild.
Yeah, it takes a while. The backs. I give. Now that I've seen what the backstage crew have done, like I said, whether it's the ring crew or the lighting crew or the audio, the photographers, the videographers, like I give them a whole ton of credit for like taking like it takes like 2 or 3 hours to like set up the ring, set up the lighting, set up literally everything before the show starts. And so I give them like so much credit for all the hard work that they've done. Like it's amazing what these guys can do. And a lot of these ring crew guys that I've met, their future, like they want to be wrestlers and they're going to be like future stars one day. And so
they might be doing your job.
Oh yeah, they're doing their job.
No, but I'm saying they might take your job.
Oh no, y'all ain't taking my job. I'm sorry. This job is for me, guys. I'm sorry. Unless I can't like attend like a specific show, like or whatever, like then you can do whatever you want. As soon as I'm back in my position, okay?
Awesome Max is in the chat, says Mark the man. Mark needs to watch more Japanese wrestling. Salarymen are the best fans.
That's true. Like it's crazy. I don't really watch a whole lot of with Japanese wrestling that much. I first started watching WWE and then AEW and then TNA. So like I said, I started watching wrestling when I was just 18 and I'm 26 now. So it's challenging, like you're getting used to all these names and everything. And I'm terrible with names. So I try to remember as many like wrestler names as possible. And so when I start watching like new shows, like, like New Japan and everything, like I try to remember their names so much, but it's so hard. But I definitely do want to start getting into watching, Japanese and New Japan pro wrestling because there's a lot of great talent there, especially when they're collabing with AEW. It's insane.
It's crazy. It's wild. So, let's see. Still can't get over the hard cam for the Try This Beer Company shows. And then he said the height isn't scary. It's the fall.
Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah, I'll agree with that. The fall is pretty scary, but
there's a lot of wrestlers there.
It's never good with heights.
And you put hashtag doesn't work for me, brother. Love that. So we talked a little bit about Chaotic. We talked a little bit about Fight Life. So I remember actually a conversation that you and me had at one of the Fight Life shows. We were talking about you entering the ring, like one day.
Wow.
So I feel like we need to talk about it. Like, is this something that possible one day that you're gonna get into the ring? Like.
Well, not as a professional wrestler. I will say that I am definitely not qualified to be a professional wrestler. I'm not fit enough. I don't have the mentality to be a professional wrestler. So I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but that will never happen. But being in the ring for like a special event, never say never. You never know what could happen. There could be something coming up, or there may not be. You never know. But no, for me, I would love to, just like get in the ring and, just be involved in everything. And just, it's so weird, especially with these rumbles, like the rumbles that we have in independent pro wrestling. Like there's so many like random people, like wrestlers. And then you have like random people, like just entering the ring, like ring announcers and even like other camera guys, like they just enter it for no reason. And it brings more entertainment, honestly.
It does.
The crowd up. So
you made me like think of a shout out to Danny Nemesis. He's a graphic designer, and I remember years ago he entered in the Rumble just to yell at JD Alpha, pretty much to say that he never played a WWE game years ago, whatever, and then he got tossed right out. So is that gonna be like you? I know Okay, we're gonna set it up. You're gonna come into the ring. You're gonna give the finger to Trayvon Jordan, and he's just gonna toss you out.
Oh no, he would mop the floor with me. So I don't know. Honestly, I've always had my own little plans of what I would do if I were to enter a rumble, whether that's for chaotic or whether it's for Fight Life or for RWA or for like literally anything. But like I said, you never know what could happen. So if someone decides to like ask me if I wanted to do it, like I'll do it. Like I have no problem doing it. If it'll hype the crowd up for sure, like I have no problem, especially if a lot of my friends are in the crowd, they'll just start chanting for me. So
David,
and then I'll get tossed out
yeah.
like after
Dave said choke slam.
Yeah, then I have to go to the hospital after that.
Take a choke slam from Trayvon Jordan. You're out of here.
Yeah, if I take a choke slam from him, yeah, I might need to go to the hospital. They need to call the EMT on me.
Oh God, I can't. Good Cup Bad Cup said, ever thought about being a manager if you don't want to be a wrestler?
Probably not. No, I don't. Like I said, I don't really have the mentality to be a manager. I don't even know who I would manage. Honestly, like I seriously don't know who I would manage if I were to be a manager. If you guys can give me some suggestions, like that would be.
There you go.
That'd be perfect. Like I don't know. We'll see.
Is there anything like you want to like wrestling wise, if something can like come up that you want to like film, maybe like some sort of documentary, maybe I don't know, maybe a segment in like particular that's like a bucket list for you to happen in wrestling?
Yeah, that's a good question. I definitely would like to film. You know how like when we see for some like main events, for like shows and everything, they don't actually happen in the ring. It's actually like a televised like television show, kind of like the like the matches that take place in the Hardy compound, like those Hardy compound matches, like filming like a movie in a way for a main event. Like that's something I would love to do. Like if we're in the middle of like a like the woods or something and we're doing something maybe like Halloween related, like kind of spooky stuff, like that would be really cool. Like with two wrestlers that are like have that kind of like satanic like sick twisted like personality, and they're both fighting like in this creepy like swamp or woods. Like that would be really cool because I love Halloween stuff. I always love horror stuff, Halloween, like all that stuff. So yeah, definitely an outdoor like wrestling project. I would love to do that.
Ooh, it's like take this down, guys. Notes. That just sounds like fun. Like we've seen a bunch of stuff in general in wrestling through the years of this happening, craziness. Like I feel like Cruel is just like the name that comes to my brain for something like this.
I mean, everyone has seen his vignettes. Like he's in the swamp. He comes out from under the water. Like he's just a menacing like figure, and he's incredible at what he does. I love Cruel very much. He's already become like one of my favorites actually.
Oh, he's great. He's wonderful. He's like
I actually got to work with him twice actually in one night. The last I know you. I believe you were
doubleheader.
Yeah, the doubleheader of Blitzkrieg and Fight Life. He got to work. He got to make his debut at Fight Life that day and come to Blitzkrieg as well. And he's man, I watched him for a little while, and then when we actually got to have him on, like he's incredible. Like when I'm filming and he's coming towards me and he's like 7 feet tall, I literally have to like pan up the camera. I'm like, oh.
He's tall.
He's so tall. He's like 7 feet tall, but no, he's incredible at what he does. I love his gimmicks like so much. Like he debuted at Fight Life against Mortar, who's one of the best ever here in New England, in my personal opinion. Like main event Mortar. He went up against him, and it was an incredible match. And then he went up against Charles Mason in the Blitzkrieg show, which was crazy. Honestly, if I knew Charles Mason a little bit more before that match, because to be honest with you guys, I didn't know really much about Charles Mason until that match he had with Cruel, and I would have been like, oh my god, this would have been like a huge dream match of mine to film, and it just happened, and they just they just clicked. It's almost like watching like Freddy versus Jason,
Yeah.
like killer versus like monster. Like it's insane. I love it. I love the collabs that there is.
I think that's what was really cool for me, like so when I started coming up to like Massachusetts, is me being in New York and then following people from like Jersey, Philly, like going to shows like that and watching the app as much as I do and watching promotions all over. So it was nice to kind of see different styles. So it's funny how it's like you say Charles Mason that you didn't know until that day. Like I've been following him since almost his like debut. You know, like when he was the billionaire playboy. So if anybody's interested on that, make sure you go back on my interview with him. I think it's like 4 years that I've had him on the podcast. We need to bring him back. So I'm manifesting putting Charles Mason back on this podcast. So
On over, Charles.
we'll
like,
see.
Yeah.
So this is really, really great. Let's see what else in this chat. Awesome Max says, manage Jimmy the Hammerhead Hanley.
Oh God.
And he also said that he's
Yeah.
guilty for cheering for you also.
Wait, who is?
There's Awesome Max in the chat.
Is guilty for cheering for me?
Good Cop Bad Cop says Tyler Breeze. He came back to NXT too. You should manage him with his connections to filming.
That's true.
You never
It's
know.
a possibility.
You never know. This is
Never know.
wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really don't think I'm qualified to be a manager. If I'm being really brutally honest, I don't know anything about it. All I know is just good at being a videographer. But no, if I had the skills to like be a manager, like to be part of storylines and like I said, if I knew wrestling a little bit more and I studied it like a lot more, then it would have been great. I would have loved to be a manager. Like it would be a sick role for storylines.
Hey. Never say never.
Never say never.
So, and then he said, AKA Max's birthday bash. So, excuse me. So, we're moving on over to. Oh, actually, I missed the question. Hold on a second. Where did it go? Ah! The thing goes like quick sometimes that I like miss it. Where'd it go? I just saw it. Dave said, "What's a 2025 goal that's still on your goal board?"
Huh. 2025 goal. That's really tough. That's really crazy because I think one of the biggest goals that I've ever wanted to achieve was filming for TNA, because like that's like the number one goal like I have for filming wrestling, and I actually got to experience that a couple months ago when they came to Rhode Island. So that was one of the best experiences that I have, but I don't know. I think I would love, like, I think I would love to go back again for TNA because I know they're coming back to Lowell, Massachusetts in October for Bound for Glory. And they told me like, they would love to have more production guys to help out because they're trying to make a huge show. And I would love to do that. That's definitely one on my bucket list for 2025.
Love that. Love that. Well, you also like I saw like you've been posting like, stuff that you do like beside you were doing your, got to post the picture, got if it didn't happen, for social media and stuff, but you do other things. You do weddings, right? Like you've done meetings that you record and stuff. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started doing weddings I think a little over 2 years ago. I had to be at first, I had no intentions of really like doing any wedding videography. I only wanted to focus more on wrestling. But then when I started doing weddings and stuff, like it was kind of like scary at first because it's completely different than filming wrestling. But filming weddings, like for like clients who on their happiest days and everything, and just being able to get the shots that they really want and that it'll last forever and everything, like it's amazing. I love it so much. Like just it takes a lot. It's definitely a lot more work for me. Like instead of just wrestling videography, but because now I have to. I work for a company where I have to edit all of the weddings I've done before. Before then, when I first started, I didn't have to, but now we've gone through a lot of transitions, and now I have to edit all of the wedding videos that I've done. I've gotten used to it. I've fallen in love with it. Like I enjoy doing video editing as much as I do videography. but the weddings have been fantastic. Like I've been booked like I want to say like I've for this year specifically, I think I've done like maybe 14 weddings so
Wow.
far, and I have like 8 left of this year.
Hmm.
And we're more than halfway done with this year already. Like it's gone by so quickly, and I'm just getting booked like all over the place. And I guess people really enjoy what I've been doing, and so I've learned to like really fall in love with it. Like I love it.
That's amazing. Don't lie. You know you're in for the cake.
I never gotten like any cake at all.
No?
No, but
Wow.
you get free meals though. You get free meals,
No
which is
cake?
perfect. Okay, there will be a couple clients where they're like, "Would you like a slice of like this cake or for your ride home?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" But
See?
yeah, I know it's oh my god,
See? See? We caught him.
it's not me.
What's been
It's
the
very rare though. It's really really rare that happens.
what's the best piece that like you've had?
The best piece of cake that I've
Yeah.
had. I'm trying to remember the last time I actually was asked to have a piece of cake. Um, I think it
Listen,
was
the
a.
fans want the food questions here, you know?
I know you guys are asking. You're making me. You're starving me here. Um,
Sorry, Tiff, we're gonna end this pod. I gotta go eat.
yeah, no, I gotta go eat after this. Um, no, I think there was one time where a client had a chocolate cake, and the chocolate cake was fantastic. Like
Mhm.
I love chocolate cake. It's just so good. Like vanilla cake and chocolate cake are like my favorites, but I think I like chocolate a little bit more.
Guys, so if you want to bring Mark something at a show,
I deserve it.
bring him chocolate cake.
Uh,
I love that.
It'll be a piece of cake. Like, oh, you're gonna make cake? I'm like, no, it's gonna be a piece of cake.
Oh man. All right. Well, I like to pay it forward on the podcast. What are some names that you feel that people should be paying attention to in the wrestling scene?
Um, that's really good question. Like people in the indies or just wrestling in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah. In the indies.
So that's crazy because actually it's crazy. I have a list of like all of the wrestlers that probably not all of the wrestlers, but like a ton of wrestlers that I filmed like over the 3 years that I've been doing wrestling videography.
Mhm.
But the people I really want people to, like look at, keep an eye out for sure is definitely like I said, Alec Price. He's one of my favorites to work with. JT Dunn. JT Dunn is I got to work with him like for the past couple of years now, and he's like I said, he's one of the best we have in New England as well. Like there's just so many good people out there. Richard Holiday. Richard Holiday is another one. He's incredible at what he does. Like the the gimmick that he has and just the amount of hate, the amount of heat and hate that he gets like at shows is incredible, and it's working. It's working
Yeah.
for him. But yeah, I could give up a whole lot, a whole list of names, but there's so many
Of
to choose.
course. Of course. I would like to pay it forward here on the podcast. So, and magically, all those guys have been on this podcast. So, if you guys want to learn a little bit about those names, go check it out. So,
True, yeah.
um,
I
all
will
right.
also, I will also say Aaron Rourke. Aaron
Oh,
Rourke
yeah.
is incredible at
He's
what he does.
beast.
He was one of the first guys that I actually met when I when I first started doing chaotic wrestling 3 years ago, and we never really had we never really had like conversations or anything, but he's always been super cool with me and with everyone, and he's just I could say the same literally about everyone. He's super super talented, and his gimmick is just so much fun to watch. Like
Yeah.
I love it,
I love
especially
it.
especially for everyone in the LGBTQ community. Like anyone can be a wrestler. Like
Yeah.
we encourage anyone to be a wrestler. Like
Yeah.
no matter doesn't matter who you are.
Mm-hmm. So great. So shout out to Aaron Rourke also. He's been on this pod as well. So I got two final questions for you. If anybody else has any more questions, drop into the chat. So this one is from Good Cop Bad Cop. He usually gives anagram questions, but he couldn't figure one out with your name. I know like you and me talked about this off air. So last week, my boy Adam Priest was on AW. And Good Cop Bad Cop commented on the photo, which I'm gonna post up for the video podcast if you're watching or whatever. And Quick Cut Backup was like, oh, wrestlers doing animal puppets on Adam. Like, so, like, you have, like, the two fingers, and it looks like a bunny, like, on Adam's chest or whatever. So he wanted me to ask you, like, in your opinion, which wrestler can do the best animal puppets?
This is probably the weirdest question I've ever gotten. I honestly don't know. I seriously don't have an answer for you for that one. Who have like the best puppets? Like, I am so confused. I seriously don't know. I'm lost for words on that
Quick
one.
Cut Backup says, I'm so sorry, Mark. Thought Tiffany had forgot. No, I didn't forget.
Oh my god!
I told you I was putting it in my question, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really don't know. I'm sorry.
I feel like BMT would be good at that.
Yeah, I'm sure he would definitely have a better idea than I would.
We gotta have the laughs on this podcast. Everything's so serious. We like to have some fun on here too. So,
I mean, we gotta spread more positivity in this
Hell
world.
yeah.
I think the world really needs it.
So, with that being said, my final question for you, Wrestling with Positivity, which is dear to my heart onto this podcast with all the world of negativity, I focus on the positive. So is there anything that you could share with us? Maybe something a wrestler's done for you, maybe you've done for a wrestler, maybe a fan, or something that you've done for a fan, anything that we wouldn't know unless you shared this story?
You're really giving really good questions. I love it. It's just so hard to answer because there's so much. There's so much to think about.
Yeah.
It's really, really tough. So basically, like what you're saying is like what people have like done for me or what I've done for people.
Yeah, anything like in the wrestling. There's so many amazing stories that we've heard on the podcast, and a lot of people don't realize what goes on in the background and stuff. So like, I love giving the light to that.
Yeah, I think I've been given a lot of advice, like not just from like wrestlers, but like from other production guys as well. Like, if you think that this is something that you want to do, like just keep going at it. Like just always go for what you believe in, go for your dreams and everything. Like I've received like so much good advice from a lot of people, and it's really it motivates me like to this day really to keep doing the things that I love doing. So it's such an amazing dream. Like for those like who really like who are unsure of like whether they want to like go through like being a wrestler or a photographer or videographer or anything, like if you're hesitant, but like just get the experience and see if this is something you want to do, and if you know that you're good at it, like keep going. Like it's worth it. Trust me, like the reward is like so worth it. I love it.
There you go. See, so he talks from experience here. So I love that. Definitely love
Good
that.
advice that people can give you. It's insane.
Definitely. Crystal's throwing like flowers in the chat for Richard Holiday. We're giving flowers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Are we going to get Becca versus Richard Holiday at Fight Life?
I can't say for sure, but like because I'm part of the crew, but like I can say I definitely would love to see that happen one day. Like there's a lot of like good matches that I have my own like little list of dream matches that I would love to film one day, whether that's Fight Life or Chaotic or whether that's anywhere else. Like I always like try to push for specific matches, and I will say there is a match that I'm really looking forward to for our upcoming Fight Life show for a Squared Circle Seance that I can't say, but it is one that I have been pushing for a while now, and Frankie is finally going to be doing it. So you guys just have to wait and see, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be an incredible match. Like I think so.
I'm excited. Well, like I'll call you when whatever promoter wants to book my list of husbands, like Rumble, Scramble, whatever they want to give me, like because of the budgets or whatever. So maybe you could record the background when they start fighting over me in the back.
Do backstage drama, backstage whatever you want. Like I'll do it.
See, we got our own video here, but like I'm the husband. Like I can't.
I'm the husband. No, I'm the husband. And then just accidentally knock me out on the camera.
Like I'm just here. It's a video. Like I'm not a husband. Like
back into a corner. Like You guys can fight it out. I'm just gonna record all
You
this.
can break out your puppet skills.
Damn right.
He's gonna turn heel. He's gonna give them all the finger, and be like, "I'm cashing in." Pretty much. I can't. I
Some
can't.
people like to see me as some people would love to see me like as a heel, like heel videographer or like babyface camera guy. Like it doesn't matter. I could be both, honestly. Like I'll enjoy it. I have no problem being the good guy or the bad guy.
I love that. I love that. All right, let's talk about what's coming up. So you're gonna be this weekend. You got a busy weekend. We got Chaotix doing double duty here on Friday and Saturday. So
Yeah, we have Summer Chaos coming this Friday.
Mhm.
Yeah, Friday for Summer Chaos. And actually, crazy, Summer Chaos was actually three years ago. Summer Chaos 3 years ago was the first time I ever did ringside videography for an entire show, and so that was actually like my debut as a ringside as a like a full time like
Right.
ringside videographer. So it's going to be so much fun. Like Summer Chaos has always been like one of my favorite shows to do for chaotic wrestling, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it, and there's so many good matches happening. Like it's I can't stop thinking about it. It's
Make sure.
actually for the next day as well for Saturday. We will be celebrating 25 years of chaotic
Crazy.
wrestling.
Crazy.
25 years. I'm 26. Like it's just almost it's a little bit younger than me. So
Look at that.
crazy.
That's crazy. So.
I'm looking forward to it. I think we're all at the same building and everything. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be I hope it's gonna be jam packed. We're gonna have so much fun. I hope to see a lot of familiar faces there.
Yeah. If you
It's
haven't
gonna
gone to a chaotic show, go to a chaotic show. I gotta come back up. I was just talking to somebody the other day. I was like, I gotta come back up. Like it's been a while, but Lowell's far from me. Like it's not 4 hours. It's more now. Like it's just been
Uh,
wild. So it's like if I do that, I gotta stay up in Massachusetts. It's like I can't. It's
It's
just
crazy. Like we have so many awesome friends like who have joined us today. Like they're from like everywhere. Like
yeah.
some are from Massachusetts, some are from New York, some are from
Yeah.
Connecticut. Like it's hard really getting together and like having fun at these wrestling shows if it is for like, if it's not so far away and everything.
Yeah.
But you try your best and you get the chance whenever you can,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Definitely. And if you guys aren't following, Chaotic is on YouTube and Twitch. So you
That's
can
right.
check that out on that. And then we were talking Fight Life, November 2nd. You can get your tickets now. So I love that venue. That venue is great. Like it's
Yeah, the Hillside Country Club. It's become one of my favorite venues that we've done so for Fight Life. I think it might be our home, our
Yeah.
new home
Yeah.
for Fight Life. But I'm excited to to come back to Connecticut and do more venues in Rhode Island, and maybe we could do some. I would love to do some shows up in New Hampshire. Like I'm actually up in New Hampshire right now. Like
Mhm.
New Hampshire's like personally my favorite state of New England, and I would love to do more shows up here. Like
Wow.
we can go anywhere. I'm so excited for what the future has for chaotic Fight Life and everything.
That's amazing. Awesome. So tell everybody where they can follow you if they're not following you already.
Yeah, you can follow me on you can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I don't really have Twitter or X, whatever they call it. I don't really go with that. But yeah, Facebook, Twitter. You can find me on YouTube as well. It's basically cameramark.com or cameravidmark, whatever it is. I need to change up my profile a little bit,
There
but
you go.
yeah, you can find me on a lot of social medias.
There you go. So all those links are in the description below, so you can give him a follow. Is there anything else that you want to share with everybody that we didn't touch base with today?
Besides all of the ridiculous food questions and everything that started this whole thing, I'm so happy to like be here. I know I've wanted to do this for a while, and I want to thank you for having me on here. And I would
Absolutely.
definitely love to come back on here like another time. Like
Yes.
I love the fans. I love everyone that came on here and like asked the questions. Like I love all you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for really for friends like for you and everyone that's watching and everyone getting me to where I am today. I'm just so blessed. Like I have no regrets at all.
I love that, and I'm glad that you got on here. And more stuff in the chat. Awesome Max says Mark the Menace. There you go. That's your new name. Mark the Menace.
Mark the Menace, I'll take that.
Cody Brooks in the chat. What's up? He goes, I love Hillside. And Awesome Max says, yeah, Connecticut. Yes, come back to Connecticut because it's closer for me to go.
It's easier for you. We're gonna try. I don't know what Frankie has in store yet, but we're gonna see what happens.
It's okay. And you guys can watch Fight Life on Thriller TV as well. And there's the backlog on that too. Make sure you're watching it. They got great stuff. Let's see. Dave wants to know what's for dinner.
I'm not gonna answer that. I'm sorry. I'm done with answering food questions.
Yeah, he's giving shade. Good Cop Bad Cop says Mark has to come on. He didn't answer the cereal question. Oh, okay. I have to answer the cereal question.
Oh my god.
You know, do you put your milk in first and then your cereal, or do you put your cereal in first and then your milk?
All right, I'll say I put my cereal first and then my milk. Yeah, that's how I am. Shame me all you want, or make fun of me if you want to. I don't care.
And Crystal says we love you. Look at all the love. So,
Love you too.
all love. Appreciate that. Guys, you've been like absolutely amazing. This has been a fun podcast and everything. Next week I will be away, so no podcast next week, but I will be back the following week with Jay Bougie, and we're going to talk everything ETU for September 28th. So I will be in the house for that as well. So yeah, so thank you, Mark, for coming on here and chatting with us. Really appreciate it. You know, I'll see you soon. We'll take photos, giving each other the finger.
One time only. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
He's gonna be nervous around me every time he sees the camera in my hand now.
Every time she has the camera pointed at me, I'm like, I'll.
But like,
no middle fingers. Forgive me.
Somebody bring up a frozen dinner too while you're at it.
All right, I'm gonna go have some dinner.
Well, anyway, guys, you know the drill. Stay safe, support independent wrestling, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Feeling miserable.